Thank you. Too much applause. This could be shit, but thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. How's everyone doing tonight? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Or as the French say, good evening. No, it's bonjour, bienvenue. Yes, yes, I'm learning. I'm trying to practice my French. I'm not gonna lie, Montreal probably has the sexiest border I've ever come to in my life. Yeah, I didn't feel like I was being interrogated. I felt like I was being flirted with. It was really sexy. And say, what are you planning to do in Montreal? I'm planning to stay. That's what I'm doing. The French. The most romantic language in the world. I don't know why the accent is romantic as well, but it is. It's funny how every accent has its own connotation to it. You speak with a French accent, you are sexy. How are you, ladies? And then there's some accents just have no sex appeal to them at all. You know? Like the Russian accent. There's nothing sexy about it. Everything the Russians say sounds dangerous and menacing. Doesn't matter what they say, because they've got that thing. Yes, I'm Russian, go to kill you, break you, destroy your family. Like, even if Russians say nice things, it still sounds dangerous. They still go, yes, fluffy rabbits and teddy bears. What? It's like that weird thing, like the Russian accent is so... And you know, like, the crazy thing about the Russians is everyone in the world is afraid of them. Everyone, no matter where you go in the world. You know the Russians are frightening. Because they're the only country that makes America think before doing something. Everywhere else in the world, America acts when something happens. When Russia does something, we think about it. Yeah, you saw the whole thing that happened with that plane that was shot down, the Malaysian flight. The Ukrainian rebels shot the plane came down. You know, America came out, Barack Obama, he was there. He's like, we gotta find out who did this. We're gonna come down on them like an iron fist. We're gonna let them know what time it is. I'm paraphrasing. And then everyone found out it was the Russians that supplied the Ukrainian rebels with the missile that shot down the plane. And then all of a sudden Obama was like, but let's not rush to conclusions. Let's take our time and not point fingers, especially not at the Russians. I'm going home now. Thank you very much. There's something about the Russians. The Russians. You know what's weird is I find the Russian accent frightening, but not the Russian language. It's the strangest thing ever. There's certain languages I find frightening. There's certain accents that throw me off. You know, for instance, I find Arabic frightening as a language. You know, it just has that thing in it. The guy could be saying anything. We're talking about Candy Crush. But it's because we've watched all those movies, all those TV shows. Every time you see Arabic, some bad shit goes down. It's never something cool or sexy, you know? It's never like, it's never that. So the language is frightening, but Russian, for some reason, I don't find frightening at all. Yeah, I don't. I realized this. I was walking through the streets of New York, and there was a Russian guy. He was walking next to me, and he happened to be on the phone, right? And it sounded like he was setting up a drug deal. And so this guy is walking next to me, and he's talking, and he switched from English, the English-Russian accent, into Russian. And it went from fear to no fear. It was the strangest thing ever. He was on the phone, and he was like, yeah, no, Vlad, don't worry. The guy's got to be at 3 o'clock, okay? You meet him, you tell me after that you got the package we call. Don't worry. Hey, Vlad, no, listen. Vlad. Девачно дерегеш ночь, yeah? Да, дежнитно, видачно деревотнжетна дегетснет, будоч динардич, вот не керриш, вот не get, вот дередje. And it was the craziest thing ever. He went from like international criminal to immigrant. It was the weirdest thing. Like I had no fear at all. I'm not afraid of the Russian language, just the accent. In fact, to me, the Russian language just sounds like someone's playing a vinyl backwards. That's all I hear. It sounds like someone took a DJ of English and they were just there like, yeah, yeah. He's just like, yes, yes. We go to find, don't worry, Vlad, the guys got to be there, 3 o'clock, okay? Yeah, yeah, bring the package, don't worry about that. After that you find, you give me the call, okay? No, Vlad, нет. Вид ночь, get вот на жит, ради жит, вот лигат на жит, вид ночь, вот зит ночь, вот зит, вот get that, it ночь, вид not вид, a bit Russian. That's what I'm hearing in my head. And if there's any Russian people here tonight, I'm joking. Please, I don't want to have issues after the show. Walking out of the theater, hey, found the guy. Why you don't come DJ here, yeah? Wiki, do it again. Thanks for coming out tonight. We're gonna have an amazing evening. The one president that was always the furthest from being crazy was Nelson Mandela, you know? And I mean, Mandela recently turned 91. I just can't help wondering to myself, when you turn 91, wouldn't you throw this huge party? You know, I mean, you're 91 years old. I don't know, if I turned 91, I'd get wasted. I'd just be that guy, you know? You have all these famous people visiting you, I'd throw this huge party, knocking down the tequilas, having a good time. But I know people never want to think of it. No, Mandela doesn't get drunk. No. People don't want anything. They're like, no, Mandela doesn't fart. His bum just suggests things. It's got that vibe, you know? But I mean, he's still a man at the end of the day, you know? I would have loved for him to just let loose and get totally wasted on his birthday. It would be so crazy seeing Madiba pop out like into the garden, you know, out of nowhere, his shirt open, there he is, one of those colorful ones, him walking around, no, leave me, Grasa, leave me. Leave me, I'm fine. I'm fine. Do you know who I am? Do you know? Don't touch me. Who are all these people? Who's that? Bill Clinton. Bill. Come here, Bill. Come here, Zappa, Bill. Zappa. Thank you for coming, huh? Let me tell you a joke, Bill. Let me tell you a joke. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. that was a good one, huh? I'm just saying. Oh, here comes Julius. Always going to talk, rah. I was also president of the youth league, rah. Julius is killing me. 2 seconds. Julius, 6 times 5. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He'll be there for hours. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, we're going to drink, all of us. We're going to drink then. But before we drink, I want to propose a toast. All those people who thought I wouldn't make it to 2010. Yeah, he'll never make it. I'm still here, 91. Yeah, 91. Even Michael Jackson died before me. Even Michael died before me. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Who's bad now?
United States ever since, and that's what people Russia hoax. It's like, read the Mueller report. There were Russians named.
Yeah, but you see, this is where my brain.
Come on, let's go, buddy.
No, but it's no. Like
no,
my thing is,
bring
like,
it on.
I spent 7 years like just in a world inundated by this stuff, and the thing I started realizing was the fingers that could be pointed in terms of how people saw the world in like the Trump world. Man, I also saw people who are anti-Trump. There's like an anti-Trump cult as well. Then, if that's the case,
there is,
where some people go every anti-Trump, and I'm like, wait. I go, but okay, this has nothing. No. You see, he did this, and this is. I'm like, okay, but what are you basing this on? Genuinely, what are you basing this on?
Right.
You're basing
Great
this on
question.
One person who showed you one video who made you think. Well, and I know you hate him. But you should also not now just become a default
Correct.
anti-anything.
Correct.
Because you might now be indoctrinated. You see what you just said?
No, you're absolutely right.
anti-cult
And
can
that's
also
what I
be-
say when I talk to any person in any group is like, change my mind. I'll listen to whatever proof you have.
Right.
I'll show you my proof. You show me your proof. And if it's legitimate, it will stand up to scrutiny.
Someone might ask this question. They might ask, and I'd love to hear your response. And someone might say, okay, but if Trump is a cult, then how come his people are angry with him about the Epstein files and Marjorie Taylor Greene is turned against him? And why is that happening then? What would your response be?
I'll tell you in 1 minute, but I first want to just say 2 points.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
No, you're the
So
you're the guest.
if you're Russia and you want to do psychological warfare on
Yeah.
the United States, you want polarization and you want division. So you're not just influencing the right.
One side,
You're influencing the left.
Oh, completely, yes.
So
Yeah.
authoritarian manipulation is happening on both extremes
Yes.
to create confusion. So that's one point.
Let me interrupt you on
Sure.
that point to add to it, by the way.
Please.
Same team here.
We care about humanity.
Yeah, but in and around, not just the start of the war in Ukraine, etc. Microsoft did this whole thing where they analyzed a lot of where the information was coming from, like the farms and everything. And that is something that I wish more people understood, to your point. Fight if you want to fight, disagree if you want to disagree, but also know what is prompting your disagreement. And they did find, genuinely, that a lot of the posts that were coming out online, both pro-Trump, anti-Trump, pro-Democrat,
Coming from the same
anti-Democrat.
people?
No, we're coming from the same
Same place?
Russian farms. Yeah, full on.
Troll farms.
Yeah,
Yep.
full on troll farms. And then, I mean, I'll always say with a little asterisk, I always find it funny though that like America says, well, the Russians, then I'm like, but also you guys, I mean, you're the professionals of the, it's just a funny, a world of every country
The
doing everything.
CIA developed all these tools
Yes,
that
this
are
is-
being
this is-
used
yeah.
on us.
Yeah.
No big, and this is where we have to understand complex systems.
Yes.
We invented roadside bombs for the Afghans to use on the Russians, and then we went into Afghanistan that were used on Americans.
Yeah.
Like we were developing all of these technologies, etc., and it's being used on us. So, but it's a complex system.
It genuinely
so
is.
it's
Yeah, yeah,
moving. So the other point I want to make is something called fourth and fifth generation psychological warfare. I wrote about this in The Cult of Trump. Fourth generation warfare was first written down as a thing in the 80s by a guy, a military strategist, American military strategist named William Lind. And it's about attacking experts, science, and democratic institutions to demoralize a society so you can influence and put in a dictatorship or whatever.
Yeah, replace one authority figure with another.
Right. But so because human beings, we can't know everything. We
Yeah.
No.
depend on experts
Yeah,
who
we-
spent
we
their
depend on
lives
institutions,
studying
most importantly.
And we want to trust the experts. But we've seen a systematic assault on experts and on science. There's good science and there's bullshit science. Good science doesn't say we have the truth. It says we have an hypothesis and we test. And we have a community of people who test the test to make sure that it really is what it says.
Yeah.
And if we
Reveal
have
the
a better
information.
hypothesis, we get rid of the old one and we go with the new one. That's progress. That's what we should be having. So fourth generation William Lind met with Trump in the White House, connected with Michael Flynn, who would do it on the enemies of the United States before he got turned. And he's gotten involved with the Christian right that thinks that we should have a white Christian country and that everyone else, is inferior, etc. Like that's a real thing. The guy who did The Apprentice, Mark Burnett, is head of Seven Mountain Dominionism, the media part, who made Trump's image as a successful businessman on that show.
Yeah, when he was completely failing.
But he was a Christian. He's a Christian dominionist. So we need to understand there are specific actors and positions of influence, and this has been going on for decades. This is not something that happened overnight.
But all of this wouldn't have been easy to achieve if the status quo had done a better job of making sure that Americans weren't in a place where their rents and mortgages were out of control, where food became unaffordable, where schooling and healthcare was do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying I think we should be careful to just like sort of blame cults, but in this system not understand that people are a lot less amenable to these ideas if